Imagine buying a business where your customers do almost all the work themselves. They carry in the clothes, they load the washers, they move everything into the dryers. Then they fold it and leave. Meanwhile, the machines keep collecting payments. From the outside, owning a laundromat can look almost like passive income. So Maya gets the keys to a small neighborhood store, fills the room with machines, and opens the doors. Then reality starts arriving through the utility room. Because a laundromat isn't really selling access to washing machines, it is selling thousands of individual cycles of water, heat, electricity, space, and time. Every customer who presses Start creates a tiny chain of expenses behind the wall. The washer needs water. Some cycles require heated water. The dryer needs energy. The building needs lighting, ventilation, cleaning, maintenance, and security. One load doesn't look expensive, but one load isn't the business. Hundreds and eventually thousands of loads are. And that creates the first rule of laundromat economics. A machine only earns money when somebody is using it. An empty washer may look harmless, but it is expensive equipment occupying expensive floor space while producing nothing, which means Maya's first real problem starts outside the laundromat: location. She needs enough people nearby who actually need the service. Apartment renters, students, families with heavy laundry loads, people whose home machines are broken, customers who need machines larger than the ones they have at home. But having people nearby still doesn't guarantee anything. Customers notice whether parking is convenient. They notice whether the store feels safe. They notice whether the floor is clean. And they definitely notice when machines are broken. That means Maya isn't just selling washes. She's selling reliability. Now follow one customer's payment. It enters through one machine. Then part of it effectively goes toward water and sewer. Another part goes toward electricity or gas. Another part helps cover the building. Then come cleaning supplies, payment processing, insurance, repairs, taxes, maintenance, and possibly employees. The payment that looked simple suddenly has a lot of places to go. That's why a laundromat can look busy, while the owner's actual remaining cash looks much less impressive. And then the machines start fighting back. One washer develops a leak. Now Maya isn't only paying for the repair. Water can be wasted. The floor has to be cleaned. That machine stops earning. Customers move to another machine. Then a dryer stops heating properly. A customer waits longer, gets annoyed, and begins wondering whether the laundromat down the street would be easier. One broken machine is inconvenient. Several broken machines change the entire room. Customers begin forming around the machines that still work. Someone walks in with 2 heavy bags, looks around, and realizes the machine they need isn't available. So they leave. That customer never appears as a line on a repair bill. But Maya still lost the money. This is why experienced operators care about something beyond how many machines they own. They care about how often those machines actually complete paid cycles. A washer that stays useful throughout the day has more opportunities to help cover the cost of the room around it. But there's a catch. More cycles also mean more water, more drying, more cleaning, and more wear. So Maya isn't simply trying to make every machine run constantly. She's trying to make each useful cycle work economically. Eventually, she gets the store under control. It's clean. Most of the machines work. Customers are coming back. And for the first time, it looks like the passive income dream from the beginning. But there's one problem that can make even a busy laundromat surprisingly frustrating to own. Quick side note before we get to that. If your business, brand, or channel constantly needs fresh design work, Penji can help handle the creative side. You can see how the service works before making a decision by checking out a free demo. Now, back to Maya. The problem is capacity at the wrong time. A laundromat can feel almost empty during a quiet weekday afternoon and completely overloaded during a weekend rush. Maya pays for the same room either way. But during the rush, something strange happens. The machines customers want most become the machines they can't get. Imagine a customer arriving with several large bags. There might be smaller washers sitting empty. That doesn't help if the larger machines they need are already occupied. Now, Maya doesn't have a machine count problem. She has a bottleneck. And bottlenecks create waiting. Waiting creates frustration. Frustration creates customers who decide to leave. So the business becomes a balancing act. Too little capacity during busy period. And Maya loses customers. Too much equipment and expensive machines spend quiet hours sitting unused. Then comes pricing. Set prices too low, and heavily used machines may struggle to contribute enough after all the costs surrounding each cycle. Set them too high, and customers have a reason to look somewhere else. The answer isn't simply charging more. Maya needs to understand what customers use, when they arrive, which machines become bottlenecks, how long customers wait, and what experience keeps them returning. She also needs to protect uptime. A smaller laundromat full of clean, dependable machines can feel more useful than a larger store where customers constantly discover something isn't working. And that's where the idea of passive income finally disappears. Someone has to notice the leak. Someone has to clean the floor. Someone has to deal with the broken dryer. Someone has to answer the frustrated customer. Someone has to decide what gets repaired first. Technology can reduce some of that work, but automation can't make a broken washer profitable. So what does Maya really own? Not just a room filled with metal boxes. She owns dozens of small earning windows. Each one depends on demand, uptime, operating cost, capacity, and whether customers trust the store enough to return. The fantasy was buying machines that collect money. The real business is keeping enough of those machines useful, available, and worth coming back to. And that's the economics of owning a laundromat.